Hi, it's Neal Benedict from our Sandler Training facility in Northwest Houston. I wanted to talk to you today about a tool and a technique called pattern interrupts. Pattern interrupts can be very useful early in the selling process, particularly when you're engaging with a client for the first time and they may or may not be willing or open to hearing your message in the way that they should. Now, you have to understand that we go through life on a daily basis creating patterns and habits for ourselves so that we can essentially function without even thinking about it. So when we're going through our daily routine, how often have you found yourself sitting at your desk in your office and not really remembering how you made that trip to the office? It's a very common process where we're in such an automatic mode that we oftentimes just don't think about the things that we do on a regular basis. That's where a pattern interrupt comes in. A pattern interrupt gives you the opportunity in the selling cycle to completely get someone off thinking in an automatic mode and then thinking about whatever you're saying in a much more comprehensive way. So if I walk into a particular client and they're not ready or open to listening to my message, it's very important for me to use a tool like a pattern interrupt to try to get them thinking about what I'm about to say and how I'm about to say it. So for an example, you walk into an office cold, you see a receptionist sitting there, you may say something along the lines of, I bet you the last thing in the world you were hoping for was a salesperson to walk into your office at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and talk to you about a particular service or product. Am I right? And they will typically look at you and say yes or no, but what that does is it ultimately pulls them away from the typical engagement that they have with salespeople showing up at their desk saying, hello, how are you today? Can I speak with so-and-so? To get them to think about whether or not you're actually worthy of passing along to someone in the organization. Does that mean you're always going to get the meeting? No. But when you use a pattern interrupt, you're much more likely to get them thinking, comprehensively about who you are, why you're there, and whether it makes sense to introduce you to that person in the next room, or whether or not they want to throw up the walls and continue to be a gatekeeper. So again, a pattern interrupt is a way to interject yourself into a very automatic way of thinking. And when it comes to salespeople, gatekeepers think very automatically. No, this person doesn't belong here. They're not going to get through to whoever they're trying to talk to. That's my job. That's what I'm going to continue to support. So again, think about pattern interrupts in a way that can ultimately encourage people to think about what you're saying and at least make a conscious decision about how they respond to you. And that's the benefit of the pattern interrupt. Again, it's Neal Benedict in our Sandler Training facility in Northwest Houston. Happy selling.